Hello, welcome you once again. So today we'll study the transformer test. Okay, so the transformer test is generally conducted to determine the parameters such as R0, X0, R01 and X01. Second one is your efficiency and the voltage regulation. Voltage regulation means here the change in voltage from no load to full load is generally termed as your voltage regulation. Okay, and the different tests that actually conducted, one is your open circuit test, second one is your short circuit test. Okay, so the open circuit test is usually conducted to determine the iron loss, and the parameters such as R0 and X0. And the short circuit test is generally conducted to determine the full load copper loss and the parameter R01 and X01. Okay, so these are the purpose. First purpose is to determine the parameter, efficiency and regulation, and these are the type of test: open circuit test and short circuit test. Open circuit is usually conducted to determine iron loss and the parameter R0, X0. Similarly, the short circuit test is conducted to determine the full load copper loss and the parameter R01 and X01. Okay, these tests are actually very convenient. Okay, why these tests are so convenient? Because these tests are actually carried out without actual loading of the transformer. Okay, so without any physical loading of the transformer, we can able to determine the rated voltage and rated current so as to determine these values: iron loss, copper loss, and these parameters. Okay, so let's discuss this open circuit test. So as I told you, the open circuit test is generally conducted to determine the iron loss and the parameter R0 and X0. So this is the setup of the open circuit open circuit test. So generally the open circuit test is generally carried on LV side, not HV side, and I will tell why actually this test is actually conducted on LV side and not in HV side. So before going to that, so a voltmeter is connected across this terminal input, and this one is your wattmeter. This wattmeter is used to read the iron loss as well as some amount of copper loss. Okay, and the emitter is used to measure the no load primary current. And as the name open circuit, so here no load is connected, that is the secondary here is your open circuited. Okay, so no load is connected, so the secondary is open circuited. So this is on your HV side. Okay, as the transformer tests are conducted on LV side. Okay, so let's see why this transformer test, that means open circuit test on carried on LV side. Okay, so the main reason is that if we conduct the test on HV winding, what will happen? Now the exciting current will be very small. Exciting current will be small, and applied voltage will be high. So no such measuring devices are available. Okay, as you conduct, if you conduct the test on HV side, obviously the voltage, secondary voltage will be high. So the rating of voltmeter, this voltmeter will be very high. So which is practical not feasible, which is practically not available. So now discuss what is the practically difficulties here. As the exciting current will be small and applied voltage will be high if we conduct the test on HV side. So let's take an example here. Okay, so just take a transformer whose rating is your 3300 3300 by 220 volt and 33 kVA. So this is a standard rating I have taken here to illustrate what I said here actually. So look at this voltage ratio. The voltage on LV side This one is your HV side, high voltage side. This one is your LV side. So the voltage on LV side is a 220. From its voltage ratio we can decide it, this 220, and therefore the open circuit, for open circuit test on LV side, the voltmeter will be 220. Okay, so this is the normal rating of the voltmeter that we are going to use in our open circuit test. So this is the open circuit voltage. Maximum voltage is 220 because on the LV side the voltage is 220. Now the full load current will be, so this one is your 33 into 10 to the power 3 by 220 because the power rating is your 33 kVA. So 33 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 220, which is equal to 150 ampere. Okay, so actually the range of exciting current, that means the no load current, is generally 2 to 10%. That means when no load is connected on the secondary side, the primary will draw only 2 to 10%, so as to fulfill the requirement of no load loss as well as small amount of iron loss. Okay, and the voltage rating, the voltage, input voltage, is in your range 5 to 10%. So if you consider, say, the range of exciting current between 2 to 10%, so if I consider the 4%, okay, so the exciting current will be the 4% of the rated current. So here the rated current obtained is your 150 ampere, and the 4% of 150 is equal to 6 ampere. Okay, so the wattmeter reading will be, so the wattmeter reading is decided by the voltage and current rating. So the maximum voltage that we can apply is your 220 on LV side because this is marked from its voltage ratio 220 volt, and here we calculated by taking the 4% of rated current, that is equal to 6 ampere. So the wattmeter reading is 220 volt 6 ampere, which is available. Actually the standard, if you will consider the standard rating, so the standard rating of wattmeter is your 240 volt phase to neutral, and the current is 5 ampere to 30 ampere. So these values which we calculated here, 220 volt 6 ampere, lie within the standard rating of wattmeter, so the transformer test can be conducted without any problem on LV side. So if you consider the HV side, here the maximum voltage is your 3300, that can be obtained from the turns ratio, that means that can be obtained from the voltage ratio as specified, 3300 voltage. And if you calculate the current by the same manner, here the current will be equal to 0.4 ampere. So this is the practical difficulties to get a value of current below 1 ampere, that is equal to 0.4 ampere with the voltage of 3300 volt, which is practically impossible. So as I suggested, if we measure or if we conduct the test on HV winding, exciting current is very small. This is the exciting current 0.4 ampere. Exciting current is very small and applied voltage is large. Applied voltage is here 33 or 3300 volt. So that's why in general this test actually conducted on LV side, low voltage side of the transformer. Okay, so this is the reason why this transformer test, why this open circuit test is conducted on LV side. So this is the circuit diagram. So in this test, the rated voltage is applied to the primary. This is the rated voltage applied to the primary, okay, which is measured by the voltmeter. Is connected between these 2 points. Okay, the no load current I0, the no load current that flows on the primary side is denoted by I0, that is measured by this ammeter. This one is your ammeter we have connected here. Okay, this no load current can be read by the ammeter, and the no load power W0, this no load power is because no load is connected, so the power on the input side is generally termed as no load input power. So the no load input power can be measured by using the wattmeter. Okay, so hence the wattmeter record the iron loss because we have applied the full voltage here. Okay, so this wattmeter record the iron loss as well as the very small amount of copper loss on the primary side. Okay, iron loss as well as small amount of copper loss on primary side. Okay, since this no load current is very small, this I0, this no load current is very small, usually 2 to 10%, I told you, is generally 2 to 10% of the rated current. So copper loss will be very small, which is negligible. So the wattmeter read only the iron loss. Once again, as the no load current I0 is generally lie in the range 2 to 10%, so the no load copper loss is generally very small, which is generally supposed to be absent or is neglected. So the wattmeter only read the iron loss. So under this condition, the calculations are the iron loss, which is shown by the PI, iron loss, by the wattmeter. Iron loss is equal to wattmeter reading that is equal to W0. Okay, no load power, or that is your iron loss. Similarly, no load current that is equal to your I0. Okay, and applied voltage that is equal to V1, that is equal to your voltmeter reading. Okay, that one is your voltmeter reading. So the input power that is equal to W0, which is equal to input voltage V1, no load primary current I0, V1 I0, and power factor, no load power factor cos phi 0, P is equal to VI cos phi in this form. So from this expression cos phi will be cos phi 0, no load power factor, this will be equal to W0 divided by V1 into I0. Okay, so look at this equivalent circuit of the transformer. In our earlier class, I told you this R0 and X0 are the physical element. Okay, so the current flowing through R0 is your IW, and the current flowing through this X0 is equal to your IM. See this parallel branch of R0 and X0, within this parallel branch of R0 and X0, this voltage appear. Within that parallel branch is your V1. Okay, so that means R0 across R0 the voltage is V1, and similarly across X0 the voltage is V1. Okay, so from this we can write and the power factor under that condition, the phasor diagram under that condition, this flux is taken as a reference. So Im is in phase with phi, and IW is in phase with V1. So the resultant of IW, and this one is IW. So the resultant of IW and Im is one I0, and this one equal to your no load power factor phi 0. We have already done it. So the component IW, which is equal to I0 cos phi 0, no? This one is phi 0. So if we resolve this I0, the horizontal component will be I0 cos phi 0, and the vertical component Im will be I0 sin phi 0. Okay, so if we write that this concept IW here, IW is I0 cos phi 0, and Im is equal to I0 sin phi 0. Okay, so from that parallel branch of R0 and X0, R0 can be written as V1 by IW. Okay, and X0 can be written as V1 divided by Im, because across that R0 and X0 the voltage is your V1, so V is equal to IR. Similarly, V is equal to IXL. So the value of R0 under this condition is equal to V1 by IW, and X0 is equal to V1 by Im. So these are the parameters derived from this test, R0, X0, and the no load power, which is equal to V1 I0 cos phi 0. Okay, that is read by the wattmeter. So this is all about the open circuit test. Okay, so finally the open circuit test is used to conduct the iron loss as well as the parameter R0 and X0. Then next short circuit test. Okay, so short circuit test is usually conducted to determine the copper loss and the parameter R02 and X02. Okay, so these are the circuit diagram, setup, experimental connection of the short circuit test, and this test is generally carried on HV side of the transformer. Okay, so if you conduct the transformer on LV side, okay, so what will happen? The voltage will be inconvenient low. Okay, the voltage will be inconvenient low and the current is inconvenient high, which is not feasible. So that's why generally this test is conducted on HV side, and the LV is usually shorted by the help of a low impedance. In generally, this is generally shorted by means of a ammeter. Okay, so if you will conduct this test on LV side, what will be the problem here? Look at this. The range of the same in what we have considered the transformer in case of open circuit test, the voltage is your 3300 by 220. Okay, HV, and this one is LV side. Okay, if you consider the range of voltmeter, okay, so generally this test is conducted on 5 to 10%. Okay, so the 5% rated voltage if you consider, okay, the 5% of 3300, this will be 165 volt. It's because we have conducted the test on HV side, so the voltage on HV side is equal to 3300. So if you consider the 5% of 3300, that is equal to 165 volt. Okay, as the secondary is short circuited, that means the primary will draw the maximum current. Okay, so that means maximum current means the rated current. So the range of ammeter will be equal to the rated current, which is equal to 33 kVA. The power rating 33 kVA we have taken that. So 33 kVA by I is equal to the V by V. So that 33 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 3300, which is equal to 10 ampere. Okay, so the rating of wattmeter will be 165 volt and 10 ampere. Okay, so which is practically available. Okay, so if we will conduct the transformer on LV side, what will be the problem here? So assume the range of voltmeter is equal to 5% of the rated voltage. If you consider the voltmeter rating, which is equal to 5% of rated voltage, so on the LV side the rated voltage is 220. So if you consider the 5%, this is equal to 11. So the range of ammeter, again the secondary is short circuited, so this will draw the maximum current. So the rated current will be again 33 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 220, which is equal to 150 ampere. Okay, so here what is the voltage requirement is your 11 volt, and the current 11 volt and 150 ampere. That means this is the specification of wattmeter, 11 volt 150 ampere. This is not practically possible. Okay, so if you use on that side, so this will not happen. Okay, so these are the practical difficulties of short circuit test if you conduct that on LV side. Okay, so this test is actually conducted to determine copper loss as well as R01 and X01. Okay, so in this test the secondary is usually shorted by means of a thick conductor, okay, this thick conductor, or a low variable low voltage is applied to the input on the primary side. Okay, so this is the variac. Okay, so it will vary the variac till the primary draws the rated current. Okay, till the primary draws the rated current. So the rated current can be calculated by this way, the previous manner I have calculated there. Okay, so the low input voltage is gradually rises by means of this variac till the voltage is your short circuit voltage. That means short circuit voltage means the voltage at which the primary draw the rated current. So this one is your short circuit voltage. Then under that condition, full load current will flow in the primary. Okay, so then I2 is your secondary current. The I2 secondary current will be equal to current ratio I1 by I2, which is equal to N2 by N1. So the secondary current you can calculate from this relation, as we have connected the ammeter and voltmeter on primary side. Okay, so under this condition, the calculations are the full load copper loss, that is a PC, the subscription PC copper loss, that is equal to wattmeter reading, that is equal to WS, then applied voltage is equal to voltmeter reading, that is equal to VSC, short circuit voltage. Okay, so under this condition, PC will be, under this condition, copper loss will be I1 square R1, that means I square R on primary side, and I1 square into R2 dash. That means the secondary resistance shifted to primary. Okay, so which is equal to I1 square into R1 plus R2 dash. So R1 plus R2 dash, that is equal to R01. We have already studied in our last class. So R01 under this condition will be PC divided by I1 square. Okay, so if R01 is the total resistance, if this R01 is the total resistance of the transformer referred to primary, so the total leakage reactance on primary side X01, this will be equal to Z0 square minus R0 square root, because Z is equal to R square plus XL square, Z square. So from that, XL square will be Z square minus R square. So X will be the square root of that. So Z0. So from this you can calculate the X01, the parameter R01, X01 can be calculated. So how to calculate this Z here? This Z01 total impedance on primary side, Z01 will be the ratio of short circuit voltage by current, V is equal to IZ in that form. So okay, so after calculating this Z01, R01 we have already calculated, so X01 can be found. So the test, from this test, the copper loss as well as the parameter R01, X01 can be calculated easily. Here, as the short circuit voltage is very small, okay, the short circuit voltage is very small, so that's why in this condition the iron loss is neglected. Okay, so this test is generally conducted to determine the parameters R01, X01 and the copper loss. So hope you understood this video. Thank you for watching.